Good afternoon, everyone. We come to you today with very heavy hearts here at the KTVB family to tell you we have lost a dear friend, a brother, colleague. Larry Gebert passed away peacefully last night following a massive heart attack that he suffered Wednesday afternoon. His family was at his side at the hospital. Obviously, our entire Channel 7 family is devastated, hurting for his family. Our prayers go to them, and also hurting for our entire community that, as all of you watching know, Larry served in innumerable ways. Larry was 65 years old, and Maggie and Brian, I know you guys were at the hospital yesterday with the family. This is unimaginable and so sudden, and we are just rocked.
It was a privilege to be there yesterday.
It was.
Mark.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about it while we were there. It just didn't seem real at the time.
No.
We kept thinking Larry was going to pop up,
Yes.
be in Monday morning and tell us a great story.
Yeah.
I was hoping that would be the case. I really was. And I want everyone to know that he did die peacefully.
Yes.
Surrounded by his family. And like Brian said, what an honor it was to be able to see him and spend private time with him before he passed away. It meant the world to me, and it was just a very special time.
It was a special thing for his family as well. Julie and his sons David and Mike were there, his wife Julie, and she wouldn't let go of Maggie's hand the entire time we were there. I mean, that's how much of a family and a part of this family Larry was.
I just spoke to Julie, his wife, before we started the show today. She said that she is absolutely blown away, but also not surprised at the outpouring from the community after this news broke just a few hours ago.
Yes.
You know, she said the governor, the mayor, so many local leaders have weighed in either on social media or texts or phone calls, and she said, you know, I knew and know how powerful and how big Larry was and still is in our community, but
Always.
she said, this is just mind-blowing.
Well, he was loved by everyone. I mean, I think everyone out there knows that. He was larger than life, and he was such a huge presence in so many lives every morning in your living room. And we just cherish the memories we have with him. 20 years I spent.
20 years, Maggie. I know.
20 years every morning. You spent as much time with Larry as you did your actual husband.
Actually, more time with Larry.
Because that is
Yes.
because when you first moved here, and a lot of people that work here at Channel 7 can tell this story, you move here, you're pretty much starting out in life.
Yes, you're single, you're alone, you don't have many friends. And
that man right there, as
Oh,
you can
yeah.
see there with Joe Paris, is the first to take you in.
He is. He invited me to every Thanksgiving, every Christmas. I opened presents with his kids. I basically grew up with his kids.
Yeah.
I was a kid myself. He was a father figure to me, and he was an incredible dad. And his family was his heart. This community was his soul.
And his live broadcast, some of those shots you're seeing right now, Brian's got a calendar of Larry's schedule that he had every single day.
Look
Well,
at
he every single morning, and I found this in his shelf from 2009.
Look
and
at
I don't know
that.
if you can see it, but this is every day of every week filled with a live shot where he was going to be for a nonprofit, a charity. There it is there. And this was March of 2009. He was booked solid. He was booking out weeks at a time to where he would show up and
incredible.
spend 5 minutes.
Actually, months
at a time.
in advance.
Yeah.
And that same year, he got this plaque, and it was Larry and Julie Gebert Day, July 30th, 2009, signed by the Boise Rescue Mission, the Idaho Meth Project, Big Brothers Big Sisters, the Idaho Food Bank, Make-A-Wish Foundation, and the Ronald McDonald House. And this was 13 years ago, and he kept going. It didn't stop. He did it every day, and he loved doing it every day. He loved showing up to these live shots and putting a spotlight on some of these nonprofits, even just the community theaters that were here in town.
Didn't matter.
That was what he lived for.
Didn't matter how big or how small. If you had a nonprofit, you needed Larry to come and promote your event, he was there.
He was there, and that was his true joy. That was the biggest joy of his life. As I said, his family was his heart. this community, you need to know he loved each and every one of you viewers out there. He cherished all the notes, the messages, over the years, the wonderful comments that he receives out in public. And so many of you have sent me messages. I appreciate that. And with photos of him and your kids and your babies. And
Right.
all babies love Larry. They know his voice. They watch him in the morning with their families. And he was just a prize and a gem for this state.
If you'd like to reach out, go to this story on our website. We've embedded a link where you can make a donation. It'll go to a charity of the family's choosing.
Yes.
I know that you want to weigh in. We've got a box out front of the station where you can come and drop off a card, a note, a picture of you and Larry, because we know that Larry's touched you in some way or another.
He has.
He has touched everyone watching in this community.
It's hard not to know how much he has reached out. And I know that if you have spent any time with Larry Gebert, I was speaking with Kim Fields earlier today, and she messaged me and said, you know, there's a lineup at the gates of heaven because St. Peter got locked in a conversation with Larry Gebert. And likely that conversation started because he was telling him how he could fix the squeak on those gates.
Yeah.
And it turned into a full-blown story.
Yeah.
And those are the, I mean, it's a memory that all of us here will never forget. That if you were going to talk to Larry, get comfortable because you're in for a great story.
Make a
Oh, his
sandwich.
adventures, everything that he's shared with us over the years.
Well, the details on a celebration of life are to come. We'll let you know when that is. In the meantime, he made the phrase, where your weekend is always in view, commonplace around here. And although he is physically no longer in view, Larry Gebert will never be forgotten, forever in view in our memories.
We love you, Larry.
Are we set? Ready? Okay. Kind of fell in love with the idea of broadcasting and working in broadcasting, and it seems like it's worked out. Well, I was always interested in it because where I grew up, there was a lot of wind, there was a lot of different things that happened. I mean, it was in Great Falls, Montana, and there was just all of this weather all the time. I mean, all 4 seasons. I've been doing other things in broadcasting, but I really wanted to focus just strictly on weather. I mean, and the community. And I really do both. I mean, I still feel that I do both of those. I mean, community activities and also the weather. But yeah, that all started right here at Channel 7 back in 1991.
What are you doing clowning around down there, Larry?
I am. I'm down here with a couple of clowns. You're running for which office? Mayor. I'm over here by the real handlers of Elsie. I just want to know why you have to handle Elsie from the backside.
Well, just in case she releases some things that we don't want to hit the floor.
You know, it's nice, too, because, see, this guy has got like he's a great big guy with a mustache. Does that remind you, too, of anybody at all that you know? Big guy, mustache?
Come on, everybody. Come on. Let's get into this. Okay. Now, yeah, there we go. See, look. And look, I have to show you guys something here for a second. See, we're gonna illustrate something. This was Roland Barris at approximately 5:05 this morning, and then the phone call from our producer.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We're over here at the Department of Law Enforcement, and of course the Post Academy also uses this facility. And by the way,
Actually, this all started out, we used to just come up here and water ski, and we kept thinking, well, why aren't we doing, something for somebody else?
News Channel 7's Larry Gebert and some friends have met up here New Year's Day for the last 6 years. This time, they got the Make-A-Wish Foundation involved. From there, people got pledges to raise money for the cause and made a promise to go in the water. Even Larry got on his water ski.
I had to go over $1,000, and then I told everybody that I would water ski in just my swimming suit, and I did because I got over 1,000. Didn't make the 5,000 for the Speedo level, but that's okay. Yeah, because there's a little bit of rock ledge and stuff, so, sometimes pieces of rock kind of fall off a little bit, and so you gotta, you get a little bit down in your face every once in a while.
Were you scared right there?
No.
That guy just fell on you.
Oh, well, he didn't, not exactly, because he's on his own rope, see? There it
it is, the world's shortest St. Patrick's Day parade. But Buzz, did you get a chance to see the parade? You haven't? It's over, Buzz. Watermelon coconut.
Oh my. Larry.
David's doing pretty good. Not bad. For a guy who just came back from Alaska, he learned something. Okay.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Well, it sounds like a lot of people deserve credit for making this project worthwhile. What is Barbara saying?
She says, I didn't get a chance to tell Carolyn that you're bringing her a cake, a little sampling, just for you.
Bread. Well, Barbara needs to get the last word in, and my last word is thank you to all of them.
Carolyn says thank you to you.
Thank you, Carolyn. Make sure you get it. We don't trust him.
Well, I didn't get to be this size by accident, I know how to eat.
Thank you, Doug. I'm Buster Bronco, and I'm going to take over the forecast for Larry. Just take a look at that game day forecast. Going to be wonderful. Not as humid as it is this morning, and certainly better than it was in Tallahassee last week. Wow, that was a hot one and a nasty one. All right, standing by here.
Yeah, standing.
Joe Paris.
That's me.
Joining me right here on the blue.
Both of us are 6 feet tall, and we are the same height. Anyways, all right, Larry, drop me down. We got to do this thing. All right.
I appreciate everybody who has ever walked up to me at a grocery store, on the street, in a park, at an event somewhere, just to say thank you, because they always come up, they have something very nice that they want to say, and mostly they just want to say that they've watched every morning of what seems like their entire life, and I know that makes me feel old, but I still recognize the fact that they appreciate the fact that I'm there for them, and so I appreciate them being there for me.